Hello guys, my name is Khan, and actually in today's video I will show you guys that how you can use the existing reports. So there are two ways. That suppose someone shared the report with you and you really like the report and you think that you can use that report, but based on your own data, then even Google Data Studio allow you to use that report or kind of copy that report. Other than that, the Google Data Studio also provide, if you are in your home page, you can see that there is an option all templates. So if I click it, so Google Data Studio have about 9 templates which you can use for your reporting. So the good thing about these templates is that you don't have to be much worried about the formatting, because these reports are very much well formatted. So suppose if I like this report, world population data, suppose if I'm dealing with the population data and I look at this report and I think that it's very well formatted, the coloring is very good. So someone have already done a lot of work on this report and it have created the graphs for us. And suppose I'm also working on world population data and I know that my data is very similar to the data which is behind this report, and so I can directly use this report. Suppose if you want to use this report, there is a option which is saying use template. Let's say okay, use template. Once you will click it, it will saying that okay, you want to use the original data source or you want to change it. So you can also put your new data source. So suppose if you know, so suppose this is the data which is currently we have is about 2005 to 2014 world population data. But suppose if you have the updated data and you want to create a similar report over it, so you can create a new data source from here and you can update this data. But make sure whenever you use the new data source, make sure the variable names are very much the same in both data source, and the variable types are almost the same, because if the variable types are not the same or the variable names are not the same, then probably you will get errors in the graph. You can fix those errors later, but it's better that your graph, your data already have those have the data set accord very much in the same format. So now if I say copy this report, so once I will copy this report, I can edit this report now. So suppose I have created the copy, I am now in an edit mode. So suppose I want to rename it, I will just want to name it as population sample. So I can simply rename my report here, and after that suppose this is the header name, world population internet mobile data, but suppose I don't want this logo sign here, I can delete it. So I can also do other things. Suppose if I come here, I want to rename this, I want to name it as users growth, and I will be selected something else. So I'm just making some random changes. I suppose if I also don't want to be written as of 2013, because it's updated, I want to be this report to be for the updated one. And here too, I'm just making random changes so that if I come back to this report, it will be based on my own changes. So suppose here I will be saying as 2050. So let's see, if I go to my view mode, you can see that the report got updated according to things that I want. So I have said that I will be making this report for 2015. I remove the labels of 2013 and everything's working fine. If I go back to edit mode, I want to show you one thing. So suppose if I haven't changed the data once I was using that template, even now I can change the data, but the point is now I have to change it for all the graphs one by one. So let's see, suppose if I select this thing, you can see that there is a data coming from here, but if you want to change it, you can simply click it, create new data source here. But now you have to do it one by one, and sometimes the reports will be based on multiple data sets and you have to change accordingly. So if I go back, other than that, you can see that the variables which are in this data are the country code, year. So once you will be using new data, so the things that you have to be careful that your new data set also have these variables, and the variable names are also in the same format. Suppose if you are trying to upload on new data which is country, but if the C is not capital, you may get an error. So be careful about the formatting of the variable name. And then the second thing that you have to be careful is that, so suppose this country variable is global, as you can see, it's a geo type, and the year variable is calendar type or the date type, and the year is categorical, and then female, all other variables are numeric, as you can see, it's 1 to 3 means numeric. So if there is something which is not according to the same variable type, you can get an error, and you can fix it simply by going into edit to your new data and change the variable types here according to your need and according to the way the existing report have used those variables. So this is the one way that you can simply use the templates that Google Data Studio provide. But suppose if your colleague have shared any report with you, or you were browsing over the internet and you find some Google Data Studio report, and you really like that report and you want to use that report other than the templates, so it's very easy. So suppose if I go back to my Google Data Studio, and suppose if I go to report gallery, so in report gallery Google Data Studio have many reports that users have shared. So, and those reports are not templates, those are reports which some users have created and then they shared it in this gallery. So you can easily look over these reports. Suppose I want this report which is related to data that matters. So if someone have made some report, so if I click it, so suppose this is the report that we are in. So you can see that someone have made some geo mapping data tables, and this report is about drug usage and overdose. And suppose if I really like this report and I want to use this report, again this is not a template, this is some user report. So the thing is that if you want to use this report, if you go to your right corner, there is a copy button here, and if you copy it, it will say, so in this report it will showing that this report have used 3 data sources, but for this report, the one who is the owner of this report have hide the dataset's name, so that's why it's showing unknown. So in order to use this report, you have to make this new data sources. You have to know that what are the data sets that you want to use behind these. Suppose if I don't upload any new data sets, probably I will be able to copy this report, but the tables and the graphs will not be showing me anything because I don't have any data behind those tables and graphs. So let's see if I copy this report. So I able to copy report, and now it's in my edit view, and I can easily edit it. So I will be saying I don't want to see it as copy of, I will say simply copy. So I will be naming it, renaming it. I can easily change the things here. So I will simply call it as drug usage. So by copying the report or by using the template, the very good thing is that you will be able to save a lot of your time while formatting the report. And I personally think that formatting the report is the most time consuming. So now you can see that we don't have any data behind, therefore the graphs, so here you can see that there is a data behind it, and you can, even for this report they have given the data link, you can get the data from here. But suppose if you want to update this dataset, so if I have to click it, and you can see that in the data I can upload my data to see the data visuals here. So wherever I'm getting errors, so you can see there is a sign of exclamation, it means the data is missing, and I can use the data according to my need to build this report. And once, suppose if you have done the changes here, and now this is all your report, you can easily share this report. So suppose if I go back to I have just make simple changes in my title here, and now if you can see that now the report is shown under my ownership, that now I am the owner of this report, which I have just copied and I have edited it. And if the same, even if the report, if you're using the template or the copy of the report, you can even share your report very easily. So again, if there is a sign here which is saying share this report, I will click it and I can share it with my other people. They can view it, or they can edit it, and they can also view it, depends on the option that I opted. So if I say can edit, they can even add the data, delete the data sources. But if I select only the view option, then they will be only able to view the report, or the maximum they will be able to see, they will be able to use the filters that you have made on those reports. So in this video, we have discussed that how you can use the existing report. There are two main ways that you can use the templates that Google Data Studio provides. There are about 9 templates that Google Data Studio provides. And you can also use any other users' reports that they have shared with you, or you can use it, or you can view different reports in gallery reports, and you can use those reports to make to build or update those reports according to your data and according to your need. Thank you for watching the video.